We're in open session, Your Honor.
So, proceed.
Your Honour, there's some folders which I can distribute to Your Honours, and yes, the usual recipients. I can put it like that. Very well. Mr. Witness, I'm going to ask you to help me in terms of some areas that we've spoken about in this case in and around Eldoret. And I say in this case, not necessarily related to your evidence at all, but it would be, I think, of assistance if you, with your knowledge of the area, can generally help us. And the first matter I'm going to ask you to look at is, in fact, at tab 16 of your honours bundle, and the ERN number of that, it can then be put on your screen. So we're going to deal with you not with paper but electronically, so you're going to have to look, as it were, at the screen in front of you. And I don't know if there's someone who can perhaps be with the witness during this process so that he's assisted, because it's not always easy, as I know, and I'm sure, stranger to the court as he is, that the witness will have difficulties. The ERN number is D090023 0028. The Ken number, of course, prefix.
Does it mean the witness does not also have a bundle in front of him, like the one we have?
Yeah. He doesn't have a bundle, but we can provide him with the documents. So I think that would be a happier solution, because there's a number of documents, of course, in the bundle. And sometimes, and I think on this occasion, it would be easier for the witness to access it in that way.
Your Honor, with your permission, could you cancel, please, confirm if it's a public document?
Yes. Yes, it's a public document.
Yeah. And Mr. President, and the reason I rise, and I'm looking at this document, depending on what is proposed to be explored with it, I do think we ought to be relatively cautious. So even if the document itself was extracted from a public source, not necessarily do we need to show this to the public for very obvious reasons.
Well, the obvious reasons, I'm afraid, are not apparent to me. This is a screenshot accessible to anyone who goes on to Google, and the things that are marked on this are courtesy of Google. We had no control over what Google included on the document. And you'll see it's all very general. and it's a general overview of Eldoret as you move out of Eldoret up towards what is known, well, up on the Uganda Road. I, for my part, see no difficulty relating to this document. I don't know if my friend's got a difficulty, if he wants to utter it in a private session or clarify the position. I see no problem.
Well, my point is, depending on what is proposed to be explored, I know not. And I'm saying out of the abundance of caution, if we're going to go into immense detail, then perhaps the best way forward is not to do this publicly. Only council knows.
Why don't we, let's proceed, and Mr. Mofada, you also, I know you will pay close attention to what's being done. We will all do the same. Mr. Hooper has already promised to be extra careful in what he proposes to do. Mr. Hooper, please proceed. Mr. Hooper, I've been told that the document can only be shown in the courtroom. That should be sufficient for your purposes, isn't it?
It certainly is sufficient for mine. It was just in as much as people outside this courtroom wish to be engaged in what's going on, it would have been helpful to them if they perhaps could follow. But
Well,
it's absolutely no burden at all.
All right. Let's limit the display to the courtroom.
And we can pass up to you, sir, if you'd prefer, a black and white printout of that. But I hope that looking at that screen, you can see clearly enough what is displayed.
Yes, witness, do retain the hard copy that has been handed up to you. Part of the reason is sometimes the screen is not sometimes. The screen is never in your control. It is somewhere else. So it may be showing only part of the document you're looking at. While if you have a hard copy, you can also see beyond what's on the screen. So working with both might assist. So keep the hard copy.
Yes.
You can still look at the screen and work with that as well.
Yes. And I hope, Madam, you're comfortable standing there. If not, perhaps we can get you a chair quite quickly.
If she needs to stand there, she can easily get around when the time comes.
All right.
She can come sit over here when you need to go up there.
All right, wherever you're most comfortable. Thank you very much. Now, looking at that screenshot, basically what you're looking at is a bird's eye view, of course, basically a satellite photograph, but of a part of Eldoret. And can you see that, sir?
Yes, I can see.
And can you see where it is, as it were? Can you orientate yourself? Can you understand it?
Yes, I can understand it.
So in the bottom right-hand corner, we have Eldoret, and we can see where on the screen the two yellow roads, as it were, cross, that we've got more or less the centre of Eldoret there. And then turning left, we come up past places marked Poster Estate and Railway West Estate. And we're, as we can see, on the Eldoret-Juakali Road. Is that right?
Yes.
And if we go almost halfway up that road, a bit further than halfway, we can see a place called Wheat Farm. Do you have that?
West Farm.
Wheat Farm.
Yeah, yes, I can see it.
And do you know And you know, obviously, where Wheat Farm is, don't you?
Yes, I know where it is.
And I point that out because when we come to look at other maps, we can see that almost consistently Wheat Farm is marked, and it helps us place where we are, as it were, in relation to the estate. Now, just below Wheat Farm, and to the left, we see wastewater treatment facility north side marked. Do you have that?
Yes.
And we can see those dark patches, which are water reservoirs of some kind. And we can see to the right of that, that is between the wastewater treatment facility and the Eldoret Juakali Road, and just below Wheat Farm, we can see from the satellite image what looks like a built-up urban area. Do you have that?
Wait for me. It's a bit of... Where's the water treatment?
Can you see on the screen,
Yes.
in white writing, just to a few inches to the left of the main road on the plan, it's written wastewater treatment facility north side.
Yes, I can see that.
Mr. Pupa, you have to turn off your microphone.
Common omission, I'm sorry. Now you can see that. Now, when we're looking at maps, if you have any doubts, you're in the sort of hot chair there, so I understand it's not always as easy for you as perhaps for me, all right? Don't just agree with me if in fact you don't understand things. You do understand what I'm indicating there, where it's written wastewater treatment facility, yes?
Yes, I understand the whole area.
Oh, good. And this, you understand, is like a photograph taken from the plane, I suppose, taken above it. And now, to the right of the wastewater treatment facility writing, between that and the Uganda Road, as you know it,
Yes.
we can see over those couple of inches, in fact, what is an urban area, built-up area, houses. And I believe that's a place called Huruma. Am I
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And so if we look at it, we could almost in our mind's eye at least draw a circle or box it in. If we drew a line from the Eldoret Juakali Road, a couple of inches to the left, down again past wastewater and then back, we would have boxed in, as it were, the area that's Huruma. Is that right?
No? What did you ask? I didn't get it.
I'm sorry, I may have... Well, I'll come back to it in a moment in a different way. Let's just look at this particular shot and look at some other features of it. Wastewater treatment facility. If we go further to the left, we see Kip Kenyo Secondary School, and below that is written Kip Kenyo. Am I right?
Yes. No?
Now, if we now go back to the main road, it's marked here as the Eldoret Juakali Road, but in fact, it's better known as the Uganda Road. Is that right?
That's right.
For the very obvious reason that coming out of Eldoret, if we continue along it, we eventually get to Uganda.
Yes.
Now I'd like to take us now to tab 13. And That's, I won't say the full thing, DO 9 0023 0030. And in a moment, sir, that will come up on your screen. And you'll see that it's a different kind of plan, but of the same area. It's a simpler plan. It's, again, a public document. And I have a copy that I can give you. And looking at either the paper copy or what I hope is on the, and also what is on the screen, we can see that this is a more magnified section. Again, we can see wheat farm there, can't we?
Yes, I can see it.
And we can see the water treatment facility. It's got two sites marked there this time. Can you see that?
Yes.
And there's a river there. Do you know the name of the river?
Yes.
And what's the river called?
Oceania River.
And can you spell that for us, please?
S-O-S-I-A-N. Oceania River.
Now, on that plan, to the right of the main Uganda road that we can see, there's a grey area. Do you see that? Just below Wheat Farm, on the other side of the road, there's a grey area. Do you see that?
Grey area, yes.
Is that the Rai-ply or Rai-ply factory?
Yes, it is.
And we see that it covers quite a big area, doesn't it?
Yes.
Now that's on the right side of the road, the east side of the road. If we go to the left side of the main road, the west side of the main road, between that side of the road and the Sosiani River is the district called Huruma. Is that correct?
Sub-district hospital. It is not a district.
Oh, it's a sub-district, is it?
This area, there is a hospital called Huruma Sub-District Hospital. It is not a, it is not a district, but it is a hospital.
I understand. But that is the area that anyone in Eldoret will call Huruma, isn't it?
Pardon?
That is the area that anyone living in Eldoret would call Huruma.
Huruma is a larger area. Let me explain.
Do not explain yet. That's,
Okay.
thank you.
It's not only that place. It's a big area.
Let me put it like this. Looking at this plan in front of you now, does it contain the whole area of Huruma?
Part of it.
Right. Now you've got a paper version of this map in front of you. Can I ask you to mark on it with a line surrounding it the area that you say is Huruma that is shown on this plan? I think you can mark it on the screen, actually. We've got that technical ability. So let's do it on the screen, and then, of course, we've captured it.
Going on this photograph. I think that is there.
Thank you very much. You're obviously quite a good drawer. Is that Huruma that you've drawn?
That is the first part of Huruma. And I want to explain here. I don't want to... I want you to understand me, what I mean. This was the first part sold by the Kalenjin people when they were unable to pay the loan given to the government to them. So this is part of Kingongo farm, the way I said earlier in my explanation. This was part of this Kingongo farm. And you remember I said Kingongo farm is divided into blocks. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you if I did. I don't think I did. So it was divided into blocks.
Yes.
All right. All right. Let's continue. And you say that, well, you would say, well, this is one part of Huruma. There's another part to Huruma, which is where?
I can say that this part is called Huruma. And as I have drawn there, you can look at this map. Maybe I can start explaining well through this map. Go.
Let me ask some questions, and we'll see if this is going to be necessary. First of all, do you agree the portion that you've encircled in red is known as Huruma?
Yes.
Is the position this, that there are places on the other side of the road that are related in some way to Huruma, but which are called different names? They're not called Huruma, they're called something else. Would that be the position?
Council, why don't you, before you, I do not want to head off that question or that line of question, but if the witness is saying that what he has marked out is only a part of Huruma, I think we should have him tell us what other part is also Huruma. And if you want to explore whether it's called something different, we can do that. But let's have him tell us what other part is Huruma.
Can I do it through questions? Might that be the best way, just with the map? Thank you very much. Right. So let's start again, as it were, with that question. The bit that you've encircled is called huruma. Is that right?
Yes.
But you say it's not all of huruma. Is that right?
Yes.
You say there's other parts of huruma. And where do you say those other parts are?
That is what I was explaining. I will start from my drawing here. And I can come to, maybe I'll ask for this up in the screen. It will help me a lot rather than this.
All right. Council, 1 second. Is it not possible for you to draw the other parts on the map that is now on the screen? Or the other part is not shown on the screen? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they are not on the screen.
All right.
Right.
Well, let me take it this way. Let's put aside now this particular map which you've marked, and thank you for doing that. And as we leave that, I dare say it should be exhibited, so we don't lose sight of that. Can it be given the next exhibit number, whichever that might be, for the defence?
Any objection?
No, the witness has marked it. No objection.
Sang defense?
No objection, Mr. President.
All right. The document will be entered as next in the Ruto defense exhibit.
The document number Ken ICC 0001 00 06. It's a confidential document, and it's an annotated version of the document number Ken D09 0023 0030. It will have the EVD number, EVD-T D09 0007, 69.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to take us all now to tab 14 in the bundle.
Mr. Hooper, sorry. Did you say that is Ruto Defense Exhibit 69?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. If that's the record, then let's continue. Mr. Hooper, the witness has requested the Google map shown, or Google Earth, I believe, map shown earlier, tab 16, which is wider. It shows more than what we just looked at. Can't we give it to him?
I anticipate this tab 14 will be a simpler exercise for the witness, which is why, in fact, I've come to it, and I think should cover his requirements. If not, we can go back to the photograph of the area as opposed to the abstracted map.
But let's go to tab 16. Let's use that.
I'd rather use this one. It will become apparent why. That's 14, because it's clearer, basically. It's got, for the witness, you'll see why. Have you got tab 14 there?
I have tab 14.
Now, it's much of the area, and I think from what I anticipate he may say that
All right,
it's the relevant area. That's it. I'm not trying to exclude him. We can always go back to it. So have you got our tab 14 in front of you? And we can give you, it's D09 0023 0026. And that will be coming up on your screen. It's a public document. Have you got that, sir?
Yes, I've got
Right, now,
another map. Yeah.
right, you've got another map, I know.
Yeah.
You're doing very well there, so let's just stay with this. We have on this map, again, if we look at the middle towards the bottom, again we can orientate ourselves because we have there wheat farm. Do you have that?
Wheat farm, yes.
So just look at the map for a moment and get your bearings on the map. We also have Riply Company Limited marked on this one.
Yes, it's...
And we can see much more now of the Uganda Road. So let's just go up Uganda Road for a moment, and 2/3 of the way up we come to the mosque. Do you have that?
mosque, yes.
Is that Malinini?
Malini.
But you do confirm that that is what it is? And this road takes us up to the Sigowet Primary School, if we all have that, and it's not being clipped. I see it's... can we get it so that it fits the screen, Can we have it so that this map fits the screen rather than is magnified in part? Yes, sorry. So we go up. We've got that. We can see Moi going back to Wheat Farm. Just to the right of that, we can see Moi University.